Okay. It's a little chilly out here, so I will try to make this as quick as possible. Kids are occupied for the moment. And I'm having an incredibly high pain day. The endometriosis pain is pretty bad. It's been kind of wiping me out all week. But that doesn't mean I haven't been getting things done. So I have a few updates to make as far as all the different projects I'm working on. I figure I'll do a video because it's a little easier right now than typing everything up because, carpal tunnel's still in my hands. Anyway, so first things first, Michon is well underway. Super excited for that. It's supposed to happen in June, but it will only happen if the full amount is raised for it. I really want to do it. So, please make sure that you sign up at any of the levels. It's, it's done by my reparational business model. So, the regular ticket prices for those who who will be sponsoring a ticket in addition to attending themselves, and that's more meant for people who can afford it and as a form of reparations. So if if you're relatively privileged and in white and everything, then you can do that, and that takes care of that. There's also several different prices for people who are multiply marginalized or people who are black. So there's different levels. So make sure you sign up for that, and I will put all the links on this when it's finished. Right. So next thing, to sort of let people know a little bit about kind of what kinds of things Michon can entail, and to just let people become more familiar with some of my work in general. Doing the Aro Eros Arrows book drive. So that is also, you can purchase one for someone else, or you can get one for yourself and someone else. You can order several copies if you have like a book group or a class or or like community event or something like that. And also if you have like the little free libraries in your neighborhood, that would be a really great way to get one copy or a few copies to share around, and so people can pick it up if they're interested. So please do sign up for that as well. All that information is also under the the Michon links, which I will give you. So there's that. And then also, speaking of which, Aro Eros Arrows now has a podcast that I do with the wonderful Salem. There's a bit of tech issues on their side. I know we had wanted to do Facebook Lives and things like that, and then port it over to the podcast and everything, and disperse it that way. But it seems like it'll be easier for us to just do the podcast directly, and then just share the link for everyone to be able to listen to. People who are members of the Metanoiac Portal will get sort of the first taste, or at least the first link shares on that, and then about like a week or so later, we'll make sure that it's spread to other platforms and things, and sharing the link to a wider audience. Of course, if you just happen to catch it earlier, there's nothing wrong with that. If you go directly to, if you follow the podcast on Anchor, then you'll see it basically as soon as we finish it and release it. So there's that. What else? Oh, some good news, right? So Mighty Networks has finally set up the paid version of the courses. So as you all might know, intersectional non-monogamy / integrated non-monogamy is going to be the first course that I go through with everyone. And it's going to be me, literally, you'll have access to me and be able to ask me questions and things as we go through it together. It is the Pronoia level course, so it's basically like the basics of the basics. It, not necessarily in terms of not necessarily in terms of the familiarity of the content, but just there are going to be some aspects that we go into on much deeper levels. So there's also the paranoia level course, which is, okay, all this crap is like, it's kind of wrong, or it's opening my eyes, or, these are things, oh my gosh. So it's like, it's kind of the freak out phase, and it's for people to go through that with me. Also, once the pronoia level course, goes through several times, and other guides can be assigned to go through that with other people. It's not, yeah. So it's super exciting. And then there's the Metanoiac level course, which is, okay, so we've gone through all of the, into the deeper things and the problems. How do we actively make this thing better? How do we create systemic change to include all the people who don't normally get to be included? And, how do we make sure that, the supposedly revolutionary thing is truly revolutionary? And it's really about just, going in and getting much, much deeper into, okay, this is how we fix this, or this is how we make it better. These are the things we can start doing now to make sure that the people with the actual expertise and life experiences are the ones at the helm, to make sure that, abuse culture is transformed into transparency culture and things like that. So it's basically, how do we set up events or dialogue or conventions or things like that, or just the whole structure of the way we go about from meeting people to providing support and guidance, so super excited about that, and I'm hoping to start that in November. So I will open up a few spots to people who are not Metanoiac Portal members to sign up. So for each course, because that's not my only one, obviously, it's just the first one I'm setting up. So for each course, there's a certain number of spaces saved for Metanoiac Portal members, because they've already, kind of paid their dues and made sure that I can do my work in the portal, which is amazing. And then several spots will be set aside for, as sponsored spaces. So for people who cannot otherwise afford it, and who may not be members of the Metanoiac Portal. And then the remaining spaces are just people from, who are not members of the portal or anything, who just want to step in and study this in particular. So each of my courses will be set up that way. So make sure you get a spot, and if you don't worry about it, because this is a thing that will be an ongoing thing. So if you don't catch the first go round, there will be another one set up. My goal is to have at least one course a month going on, but we'll see with the ways that my chronic pain and parenting and all of that go, and of course interest. So I don't know. Let's see. Okay, what else? I'm pretty sure there is something I'm forgetting. I'm not totally sure, but if you do remember, please remind me so that I can add it and and add the link for that. So I'll share the links for each one of the pages that I run. Each one is a little bit different, and for a few of them, the Facebook page is not the actual space, but it will direct you. It will have links that will direct you to the spaces, to the relevant links and things, so you can sign up and so you can take a look for yourself and everything. Let's see. Okay. I'm not sure. I hope to do, I do still, right, okay, right, that's the other thing I'm doing. So each week, there is a full, list of a lot of the, movies and shows that I would be hosting, basically movie and discussions through Rabbit, which is awesome. So it's both a way to grant access to programs that people otherwise wouldn't be able to see or pay for, or, for people who don't have certain streaming services. And it's a good way to just spend some time with me and see kind of, okay, what do I want? what do I actually enjoy? Because I see, and kind of see why I enjoy it, and also break down, critiquing it as well. Because as you know, the whole reason I created the Qverse was because there's a lot of, basically everything I watch is going to have some problematic element. Some certain things, there's certain things I can't watch, or I can only watch under certain circumstances because the entire context of it is just, and so we have a few different types of those that I'll watch. So some of these are things that I absolutely love, and or depict something about a marginalized identity or experience that is like true to form and is accurate and is not is not horrible. Obviously everything could be better, so we'll be discussing ways that can be better, and all of that. But currently, while it is Doctor Who season, that is mainly what I'll be showing, and I'll be doing it each week, every Sunday. So every Sunday you can tune in, and I will be doing, those live events and everything, and we can just sit and watch it, or we can discuss it, more deeply. It really depends on the crowd that we get. There are also, if you don't catch it during the, during the live viewings, you can contact me and we can just watch it either one-on-one or with another group throughout the week. Because of course I'm going to be watching it over because it's, oh my gosh. By the way, have you heard that new theme? It's amazing. It's amazing. Anyway, right. So there's that, right? And, going back to Michon Con, I guess, yeah. So it definitely seems like it is a very needed and necessary thing. But as I said, I can't, I've been doing much of my work without getting paid for it, and people have taken my work and not acknowledged me or bothered to pay for it. So that's why I've kind of moved a lot of my work and projects off of Facebook, especially. Not only because of that, but also because, Facebook, it's a pretty toxic place to be, just in general. And it definitely doesn't have my best interest in mind, or the people that would most need access to my work. So that's why I'm trying to provide these other actually accessible places for people to go and still keep up with what I do, and still be able to, use my services and things. So that's really important to me, and Michon Con is a way of, when they're talking about accessible conventions or conferences, they kind of they still tend to miss some things. So like Michon Con, it has a built-in accessibility team, so somebody to make sure that images are captioned and videos have transcriptions and things, and also all of the content will still be made available for someone's afterwards. So even if you don't get to attend live, you'll still have all of that to watch, on your time when you have the spears, and everything. Also, there's other little cool extras, like there's going to be one kind of breakout group. It's going to be a very small group for people to just like sit with me and chat for a while, for an hour and a half or so. So it's kind of like a more personal setting for people to get to ask me questions they've always had, or to kind of get more of an idea of my sense of humor, or to even plan something for the future. So and Michon Con is something that will be repeated several times per year, as long as it's paid for, because it's a lot of work, and I'm doing this by myself. And if you know anything about my life, you'll be like, oh my gosh, yeah. But I am definitely, I've always been willing to put in the work, but I need to, my access needs also need to be taken into account, and a huge one of those is, of course, financial and everything. And it just, anyway, to make sure that I have, all the medicines and things that I need, and the child care and all of that, so that I will actually be able to take this time to work on this and to build this. So it's not like anything else out there. It is its own unique thing. It's I mean, that's kind of what I do. I just like create genres, new genres of things. So I did that with writing. I did that with, with philosophy and other theories and things like that. And I'm doing that with this too. And, it's something that is so, so needed. And I've seen so many people express, the desire for that kind of, for things like this to happen. So I am doing it. I am here. I exist. And I want this to be an ongoing thing. And I want it to, to reach people that, especially those who are isolated. It's a very common thing with people who are Black and Indigenous and, and disabled and autistic and things like that. So, it really means a lot to me to be able to bring this into existence. So, yes, so this is me. Hold on, sorry. Getting close up of my face. Anyway, right, so this is me, formally putting the call out, letting you know. Oh, right. Oh, yes, that's the other thing. Sorry. So also speaking of Aro Eros Arrows, so a lot of you might remember that I was starting the, the dating site and things too. The dating, not dating site. I don't know. How do we describe that? Oh my gosh, the language. Anyway, it's a place to build community, to find friends, to find partners, to find queer platonic partnerships and things like that. Because that's important. And there's nothing out there really like that. And nothing that takes things like disability or anything like that into account, which is a shame. So, right. So I'm building it, of course. Oh, that's good. Okay. Right. So my plan is to unveil the finished, site during Michon Con. It's going to be officially released then, because I started working on the questionnaires and things like that, and it's so huge and involves so much, and obviously I want to make it as accessible as possible. So obviously it's taken a little longer than I thought it would. You're still, of course, welcome to join the actual group, the actual site in the Metanoiac Portal, which is where it will be housed. And obviously, yeah, that does mean that some people will be paying money to be in there, because yes, again, this is work. But it's freaking awesome. And if you have problems paying, like that's never been an issue with me. My problem has always been the people that can pay and should be paying just don't want to do it. But we need these things, so encourage people to, hey, this is something that I'll be able to to use and utilize, and it's literally the only thing like it out there. Because I want you in there. I want you to be able to use it. I want you to be able to learn and connect with people. And I'm so fucking tired of us being isolated and dying, because basically nobody's hearing us scream, or nobody takes the time to make sure that, hey, is this actually accessible for you? Or, oh my gosh, can we actually get trigger warnings for freaking racism, please? I don't know. Oh my goodness. So, as many of us do know, the intimate is political, unfortunately, and it's not us that make it that way, of course, but it's just that for some reason other people think they have a say in the most intimate parts of our lives, and it's really unfortunate because it's so hard to find each other, and it's so anyway, so there's that. But yeah, so I'm still working on the questionnaire, which is so totally epic. And of course, if you want to, be a part of that process, either suggesting other questions and things, other categories of the things you would like to know about people, or things that you need to know about people to either keep yourself safe, or about the ways you can connect with them, then let me know. Get in touch with me. Not always through Facebook, because obviously, I get banned every once in a while, and so do a lot of you. So that's why, things like the portal are a really good way to keep in touch with me, or through my sites. You can always message me through them, to help along with this process. So, yeah, so it's becoming this big, huge thing. I might break it into several smaller quizzes in different aspects. And one of the really nice things is that if you answer, depending on your answers, if you answer a certain way and you might need some help in a certain category, like, okay, if you haven't really thought about accessibility or anything like that, or haven't really thought about racism too much, then it'll actually suggest you join one of the other groups where you can actually learn more about that. So that's something that you can build up on, and then you can give back and update your answers, and then it'll be like, oh yes, okay, so I know you've got this down pat, or things like even emotional literacy of things. So it's really cool. And if it comes up that you do have like certain kinds of trauma, there's literally a group that you can go to that will deal with that in particular, so that you can be working through it, and without it having to fall on the person that you're dating or sleeping with, or or whatever, so that those connections are more balanced. You'll be working with it on it with other people, and yeah, there's not this over reliance on unpaid emotional labor, not these not so much lopsided relationships and things. So there's that. So it'll be a huge thing, and obviously it'll be finished, and I hope to actually put it in mobile form. So we'll see if that happens. But of course, that means I need to hear from you. I need support, and just little things, and accessibility teams, really. So if you already do something like that on Facebook for groups, like if you already offer captions or transcriptions or things like that, or sign language, or any other language, then hey, work with me here and help me build this amazing thing. Because when I say accessible, I mean I really mean it on every level, or on as many levels as we can make it. It does kind of suck because a lot of this still does rely on people having the internet, having access to the internet, which not everybody does, and not everybody in the world will. But as long as these things exist, and as long as we get the ball rolling, the momentum will build, and it will be able to build itself. I want people to be able to add on the missing pieces, so that more and more people can come into that and can utilize it and things. So yeah, all right, so that's it. So what? Michon Con, the Aro Eros book drive, integrated non-monogamy course, and Aro Eros dating site, and yeah, okay. All right, so I'm gonna go because I'm starting to freeze out here, and I need to make sure that we get dinner and all of that. I need to make sure the kids are actually focused on what they're supposed to be focused on right now. So we'll see. Anyway, so yeah. But yeah, just wanted to share this. So please share around, to all your different groups and everything, or to people would be really interested, or to people that have the freaking money. Like, seriously. Anyway. Yeah, and I hope to see so many of you there, because it's just, I'm freaking excited. I want to do this. I am doing this, and I want to share it. So help me be able to share it. Okay. All right. Oh yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. That's good to know. So yeah, thank you, and I'm really glad you got to be here with me and watch this and everything. So right. So I need to tag the pages, and I need to list the various sites. So I will definitely do that. Also, if you haven't heard, right, car is safe now, so it's good. So I can get around again, and all of that, and so that really helps for going and picking up medications and getting back and forth to the doctor and everything. I am still waiting on the medication, on the financial aid for the medication that I need for the endometriosis, because that is the thing that is basically killing me now. So definitely good thoughts about that and everything, and whatever gods you pray to, or energy that you feel, please send it my way, so that, because I don't want to have to get another surgery. I really don't. And I want something that actually addresses the underlying issues, which if you have chronic pain or any chronic conditions, like that is everything. I've been dealing with this for about as long as I've been writing, so about 20 years now, and this is the first time that something has existed that can actually help with the underlying issues, and that would actually help keep me from getting cut open. So yeah, So really, really wishing for that. Oh, shoot, wait, sorry. Okay, I did forget one thing. Right, I do want to try to do a little something for Halloween, just, you know, a little gathering. So if you are in Boston, yeah, let me know. And it's going to be after Halloween, though, because, of course, then all the candy will be on sale. And all the decorations. Anyway, so you can come, you can dress up, you can just kind of, you know, sit or whatever, and you know, just hang out, because I know a lot of us, especially around the holidays coming up, experience a lot of isolation and things. Some of us don't, you know, talk to our families or can't talk to our families, or you know, so House of 12 is still here. We're working on it slowly, but yeah, so you know, I hope that you'll be able to join, and you know, and have a little fun or whatever, or watch. Well, if it's that weekend, I wonder if it should be also crossed up with Doctor. We'll see. Watch maybe a scary movie, or maybe something not so scary, or whatever. It's not like set in stone. And you know, if you have you know, sensory issues or anything, there are quiet spaces that you'll be able to go and just, you know, kind of oh shoot, what's the term? Sorry, I'm losing words now. But you can not relax, but not refresh, recover from, I guess, is the closest I can think to that. So anyway, all right, okay, so let me go before I lose all of my words. But yeah, so I just wanted to speak to everybody and let everyone know that. So thank you, and I hope to see you in any number of, you know, these sites or things like that, because yeah. Finally have those spares back, thankfully. Yeah. All right. Ciao for now.